Welcome back, survivors. I'm the SurvivalVis, and we return to Dinosystem. So we've kind of had 2 out of 3 strikes as we've been trying to go on and start the game proper. The first world we tried building was actually going rather smoothly up until the trike issue there. It got squeezed into our little shelter. The second world, because I wanted to butcher the pelt, that easily raised our bleed up to 50%, and that just kept the health completely tanked down. So we'll try to be a little bit more cautious as we start this other world, and I think it's going to be, if we do die in this one, we're kind of going to maybe pass on a series. Because it really can be frustrating to just get yourself started against some things. Everything is looking pretty good. We'll just try World 3, see how it goes, and hop right in. Yeah, one of the things I have with Dinosystem is that the mechanics are pretty complex and deep, but it can also feel like there's not really enough to warrant that much depth content-wise for the game. Like, with this update, there's 5 animals on the island, and that's about it. There's the Trike, the Rex, the Anki, the Troodons, and the Didelphodons. So that's only the 5 animals you really have as an interaction source. And for food, you basically have the fishing system, which has its own mechanics into that. The mushrooms, which have their own variations into those. It's just, I don't know if it's something where it's the most approachable, like coming in blind almost, in a way. But we'll take the lessons that I've learned from the other attempts and see how we do here. The big ones I'm probably going to avoid are, I won't worry about getting the pelt for a while. I do want to try to keep us fed with meat, but I'm not going to try taking as many risks as I have. Like, the big one from the last one is I really did not expect butchering to be that difficult of a thing to be done. And that's even another little issue I have, is I don't think you need 100 levels of the skills in the game. I think you only actually need 10, and just to make it so that way they take a bit longer to go up and go through. Okay, so let's start with character creation again. I guess we'll just go back to, say, 30%. I'm kind of a pale MFer here. And then zoology takeout, digging takeout. And I see building, you basically, in my opinion, you kind of want that at the 20 so you can have the thatch and plan your shelter immediately. That's one of the biggest things about survival, is securing yourself a little shelter or base of sorts right off the bat. Fishing, I almost kind of want to take those off and put them somewhere else. Just because they, like, you can fish and it can be a way to secure... Okay, I have 10 points still, so maybe I'll put that into crafting. Oh, actually, no, I have more points. Okay, I have 5 more points, so maybe I'll do... Like, first aid, it would be kind of nice to get, but I don't want to exactly go for that first thing. So you know what, I'm going to go into crafting again, and just get our ability to make stuff right proper at the start. So we should be good to drop in here. And we'll do a much better kind of examination of where we're going to start. Like, there are mushrooms there, a little bit of boulders there. Okay, we've got a mountain. But I do want to try to get our first area we set up with some, a water source, like down there. So we'll head down there and take a look at that first. There's also a bit around to the north. Okay, we've got... Again, that's a little nice pass area. So, you know, maybe if... We'll see what this little area here is, because this might be our little bit of saving grace for starting on this new map. If we got an area that has water, has the mountains, and is kind of sheltered and doesn't have anything around it, this could serve pretty well for our first, like, setup. Okay. Oh, actually, we finally spotted our first little Didelphodon. Ooh, you know what? I think I might come down here. There's a little bit of water. The boulder and the mountain there make a perfect natural area to huddle up with. So I'm going to make this area our base. Yeah, there is the dino carcass there. Oh, what the heck? There's a lot of carcasses here. Okay, well, first thing I'm going to do is actually work at just getting ourselves the shelter made. So let me get a branch and the rocks and make the hatchet. And just get the walls made for our place. Okay, I'm going to need some small stones. Okay, there we go. I'm going to try to get one more, just see if I can get either higher or lower quality, so that way we have a better chance in trying to make the sharp stone. Ah, finally. Okay, let's sharpen that up. And then with that, we can sharpen the branch. We'll try to get ourselves the larger stones, and then just go right to work at, say, the palm tree. Or maybe should I leave the palm trees because they can give coconuts? We'll go for the pine trees first. Then clean that up quickly. And then we're basically going to try speedrunning this first episode to get everything set up for what I want. Well, it's nice to see that we actually do have the Didelphodons rather close by this area. I don't know if maybe when the island generates in, it just spawns a few carcasses for, like, animals to work off of. Okay, so there's a large stone. Oh, come on. Shouldn't be this hard to find out. There we go. I think they're... Okay, they're both at pretty good quality. Oh, hey, little guy. Yeah, he's coming right over here. Yeah, the carcass, I mean, it is nice, but I want to get ourselves set up with the shelter first. The reason being, if I can get that set up, then I have a safe place I can always retreat into, and if I harvest meat, I can bring it into the shelter. And it shouldn't be a problem. Okay, there is the trike. Well, I'm not sure what sent it running. Like, I wonder, will that scare you? Yeah, it... Okay, so we actually can scare away one animal on the island. Oh, for, like, having pretty good quality, I didn't think the hatch would be that low. Okay, well, let's start with the pine trees. I'm actually not even going to make the fire pit first. I'm going to focus entirely on getting the wooden walls and the door made. Just because it really is that important to have your shelter put together and you have protection on in the game. Like, as you see, the Troodonts, the Trikes, and the Rexes can all quickly ruin your plans very, very swiftly. Oh, right, Q's to drop. My bad. Okay, and then let's get all the resin. Actually, that in itself might be enough for a wood wall. Almost. I'm just a little bit more resin shy, but I'll go take down the... Yeah, you know what? I'm going to take down another healthy pine tree. Actually, I wonder if I take this down, maybe that'll also expand this little water pool, too. Because then more water is going to reach it and not be, like, hidden or blocked by the tree. And one more. There we go. Like, that really goes to show how complex Dinosystem is for if that's something I'm thinking of is possible and might change, like, how the pond is. Okay, we got that. Yeah, I don't think anything can get in through behind the boulder, so that is like your ideal situation to have. Is you basically have 2/3 of your walls already naturally there. Yes, we'll come back for the rest there, but that's a very good start to materials. Okay, pick that up, that up, that up, that up, and that. And that should be enough to get our wall built. Or should I actually make the door first? Okay, I don't actually have enough for the door, so I guess we'll start with... Ah, shoot. I forgot about that. Okay, right. R and T. That's going to one... That's probably going to take a little time to get used to. Yeah, so... Build wall there, a wall kind of cutting in, and then the door, and I think that will set us up good. And I'm hoping with our building skill being higher and the good materials that this wall should be pretty good for condition. Not as good as I thought, but it's not terrible. I need 6 resin. So now we'll get a few from this. There's 1. Probably just go and get 2. I'd like to keep this just in place until I do have the thatch made. Just because then it's a little bit of shelter so I can sleep against the rain, or shelter from the rain, until we do have the roof made. Oh yeah, you've got a lot of resin to use. Let's see if we can get some. Any day now. Oh man, this is admittedly where maybe the game's a bit too complex for its own good. Like having just to stay and slowly let the chances and percents go by before you randomly find a piece or what you're looking for. And bruising yourself as well. Multiple times. There we go. Okay, take. Now let's bring these all up to here. Yeah, and then I think the wood door should be able to span that gap there, and we've got ourselves a shelter. So it's kind of nice to immediately get this going and started, considering how it's been for us in the past couple of worlds we spawned. This is truly your ideal setup, is to have 2 natural walls, and be able to just get the 3rd one in, or made, with relative ease. Okay, let's get those inside there. You know what, I will take the branches, because I'm going to need a couple of these for sticks. And then, you know, let me get a bit of rainwater in us, just that way we don't have that going down. And we'll cut down this pine tree. The reason I'm going for the pine trees is they don't really provide anything else for you. You can plant the pine cones for more trees, but the biggest thing is that the taxus trees can give you berries, which are a good bit of food to just kind of get you a little further along. The palm trees do have the chance of coconuts, so I think it's a lot... Okay, yeah, so that I had a feeling was coming on soon. That shouldn't be too bad to get ourselves... Yeah, we've already got the branches. I've got a sharp stone ready to go. So we can just quickly clean that. Cut ourselves already. Okay, drop that. Get ourselves some more big stones. Make a new hatchet. And then get that tree cut. Okay, so that one we'll probably want to... Oh man, come on. Okay, there we go. So the 100 out of 100 is the one we want to make into the stone. Or the sharp stone. Just hoping this one that we grab doesn't break on us as we're going through with it. Almost there. Okay, perfect. And we can put the hatchet together. Yeah, fairly sheltered from the wind. Once I can get that door made, the only thing left is the thatch. Which, admittedly, would be nice to get. Just because I think with it being spring, we'll have the, we're going to see a lot more rain still. I think this is the pine tree I've been working on, right? Yeah. And last one. Okay, so put that back. Snag the wood. And then I'll probably just need to get more resin, but I think that should keep us basically sustained for the last bit of wood for the door. And yes, fatigue is setting in a bit too. Okay, so branches we'll just put over there, snag the wood. And I think that's the... Yeah, okay, so that's the last bit of wood. And then we did get the resin too. And I admit, I do want to try getting the wood door made, just so maybe if I have, like, a contained setup, I can't have anything, like, stumble in like we had the trike last week. Let's just put that there, and what do I still need for the door? Is it just... another resin, but that shouldn't be too bad to get. Case in point. And now I just need to make a few sticks. Okay, where'd the sharp stone go? There it is. Okay, there's a branch. There's a branch. Hopefully these can get cleaned up nice and quick. We make the door, and then I think we are under the tree canopy, so we should be able to get a bit of rest here. And then I think it'd be the thatch is the next priority. Get that overhead. Then we can easily make ourselves the fire pit. And if the carcasses are still there, we've got ourselves our means of basically really being well set up. I was kind of hoping... Okay, you know what? We'll just put it there. I know the insulation isn't the best, but... Or hang on, maybe I'll try even... What happens if I turn it the other way? Like, if it's like this... Okay, I see, it's not quite, so maybe what I will is just... like that. Okay, put that together, that's that done. We are super tired. So then we'll get our sleep, and we'll see what we need for thatch, but... Probably the best start we've gotten. I guess it was 3rd time's the charm for getting our series started with Dinosystem. Yeah, there's the building skill up, not that we have anything else left to really unlock with it. I really would recommend taking the points out of zoology and putting them into another skill or something like that. Just because it's going to be so much more useful being able to get a full shelter made right off the bat compared to not having it. And I think with how we are set up with, like, insulation, we might... Yeah, we'll have a good sleep, so that'll recover pretty quick. Temperature isn't exactly great, but I think with the day yeah, the day is continuing along. So it'll be warming up and we might get back to, like, a good sleep in just a bit. Or we'll stay to average. At least the big thing is we're actually getting sleep in. Day 2, and we've already got basically the shelter covered. Yep. That's going to be my advice for you guys, is get the building skill up to 20 as, like, your starting skill. So that way you can properly outfit yourself for what you need, so... you know what, that's not going to be too hard to get, so if I can find... Well, this is why I wanted to have the base set up, because we've already got ourselves a trike back in the area. But I think thanks to all the branches I've got... Uh-oh. You were on the run. Oh, I can see why you were on the run. This area suddenly picked up an activity for certain. Okay, so what do I need for the thatch? Branches are covered, just one more piece of wood and leaves. So actually, you know what? I'm going to have to probably make the, Actually, conditions are pretty good across, so that's nice. I'm going to have to make the fire pit. Because I need a place I can actually put the leaves in, they won't be blown away. Which is going to lead to this thrilling content. Yeah, like there's... Okay, so the carcasses are still around. I'm really surprised that the Rex actually went after something. Oh! So they've got a trike nest down here. That's interesting. I will have to be a bit wary as I'm, like, in this area, but maybe what happened is the Rex got too close to the nests. Actually, I don't know. Oh, there's a skeleton. Oh, okay, there's a lot of more carcasses than I was expecting. Well, at least we still have these 3. Again, I don't know if... They must have just been spawned in. Okay, so let me see for fire pit. How close am I to it now? Okay, still gotta go for 4 more. Oh, the little Delphodon's back out. Yeah, we might have to give this guy a nickname. I think he's the one that's been just constantly out and about that we've seen a few times already now. Almost there. I know you need meat. We're going to go and probably get the carcass after this. If we can get another frickin' rock. There we go. Okay, is that enough for it now? Yes, it is. Perfect. And you know what? Yeah, I'm going to put it more towards the tree. Just that way the thatch will definitely have its shelter. Oh, little guy's coming to investigate. Following a fertile female. Yeah, okay, out you go, little buddy. At least those guys, I guess, can sneak in and out. Oh, there is another one down there, too. Perfect, okay. So, we'll get the leaves. Yeah, see, you can only get, oh, come on. Nope, get back here. That's why you gotta be careful about how many you actually gather at a time for leaves, because they will blow away, and it's why I also had the fire pit made first. Actually, let's get the wood and the sharpstone out of the... Ooh. I guess maybe we'll... Oh yeah, there's a lot of leaves here, so we'll just get from right here. 1, 2, 3. Oh, no, you bugger. Okay, I think I need 10 leaves total, so I think basically... Okay, yeah, so if I do pick up, that does interrupt the gathering, but it might not hurt to do that. So how am I sitting now for thatch? Just 3 more leaves, okay. 1, 2, 3. Bingo! We plunk these here. We close the door. And... alright, the one bit of wood still. Okay, now... oh, this might be a bit hard because of the trikes. I was going to just try chopping down a dead tree, which was, yeah, right up there. Maybe if I keep up around here, they'll not, like, freak out on me. So all I need to do is chop the dead tree here down. And that'll be the wood I need for the thatch covered completely. Just a couple more. Okay, well, 3 more. Okay, perfect. Wood, 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 wood. Actually, I wonder, can I even, like, sneak in through the back here? I actually kind of can rig it like that. Okay, so... whee! That's kind of good to know, is I can actually just, like, sprint, and there are some issues that the developer does know about, like, the speed and collision stuff. And it's probably going to be something they'll look into a bit more for future stuff. Because, like, whee, just squeeze in like that. I know. Look, we're going to fix that up right now. Or we're at least going to get the thatch pretty even possible on me. Oh, an obstacle. What? So what, do I have to, like, stand outside of it? But I need to be within range of all the crafting materials. Okay, everything get back in there, because that's not helpful. I don't want all the leaves blowing away that I just got. So if I go to build thatch... it says it's on obstacle, but I don't understand what the obstacle is. Oh, maybe it's because of actually this tree. So, you know what, let's just see about cutting this down, because I don't think I'll need it anymore if I get the thatch made. I'm hoping that's what the problem is. If not, I don't know what I kind of do to fix it. And, yeah, this episode's going to be a bit long, but it's just so that way I can be sure that we get this wrapped up. Oh, just 2 more. Okay, perfect. I think we just got enough for it. Yeah, it seems like that was it. Okay. Right there. That'll do. We're actually going to have our first shelter all put together. And then I've got a lot of stuff right outside the door, too, that I can just pick up and bring in, and that'll help for even if I just need to, like, repair or reinforce stuff. Now, this did make my, like, food and water drop quite a bit, but not too worried about those. I can just easily drink the rainwater that's coming down, and that's already that filled. The food, we actually have the carcasses right outside, which might very well lead into just making us actually into a very good start. It's kind of what I need after all my screw-ups, too. Let's face it, I needed a little bit of a handicap given myself to improve. There we go. Yeah, so thatch is at... actually, thatch ain't too bad. Yeah, so you know what? Instead of putting everything right in the fire, or in the fire pit, I'll just kind of drop it all over here for now. Just so that way I don't accidentally, like, if I start a fire to cook, I don't go through all of my fuel immediately. Okay. I should probably organize that a bit better too, but that can come to next episode. Well, truthfully, I'll organize that next episode. Just get everything inside so that we're in a better kind of position than we currently are. And I'm tired again, so maybe what I'll do... Ooh. Yeah, so nothing actually needs to be reinforced or repaired because it all is actually decent enough condition, so... With this, I think I can... Oh, well, I was going to sleep right here, but it's too cold for that. So maybe if I dry out, it'll get better. But we'll save things right here. Thank you guys very much for joining me on this episode of Dinosystem. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to give it a like, and if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, be sure to leave it all in the comments right down below. I try to respond to any questions or feedback as soon as I can on the channel. Dinosystem is definitely a game that has a learning curve to it, so I can understand the frustrations of trying, failing, but if you stick with it and you kind of just take it a bit slower, pace out, and plan it out, as you can see, you can get yourself started. But I think with that, we are all set to leave things off. Please remember, as always, survivors, to take care and stay alive.